friends, in the previous video நம்ம வந்து types of sets la பார்த்திருந்தோம். அதாவது first 3 sets தான் பார்த்தோம். இன்னும் remaining நிறைய sets இருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம வந்து subset பார்க்க போறோம். ரொம்ப முக்கியமான topic. Okay, இப்போ நம்ம subset குள்ள போலாம். Before proceeding into the subset mathematical definition, let's consider an example and then I'll explain you. Okay. Set X is equal to set of all students in your school. Y is equal to set of all students in your class. See these two sets. The first one is set of all students in your school. Okay, let's say it's around 5,000 and Y is equal to set of all students in your class around 50, right? So we note that from these two sets, every element of Y is also an element of X, right? These 50 students are included in this, right? In the set X. So we say that Y is a subset of X. The fact Y is a subset of X is expressed as Y, the subset symbol X. Okay, this is the subset symbol actually. The subset symbol stands for is a subset of or contained in. Y is contained in. Y is a subset of X. Okay, now we move on to the mathematical definition. A set A is said to be a subset of set B if every element of A, the set A, is also an element of B. This is the mathematical definition of subset. Okay, see, every element of set A is also an element of set B. Then we will say this A is a subset of B. Okay, in other words, if A is a subset of B, if whenever the element A belongs to set A, whenever element A belongs to set A, okay, then element A belongs to set B. Okay, it's often convenient to use this implies symbol. Okay, so we read this statement as A is a subset of B. If A is an element of set A, implies that A is also an element of B. I think this is more convenient to write. See, A is a subset of B. Okay, if an element, this A belongs to set A, implies A is also an element of set B. If A is not a subset, just put the symbol, subset symbol and put across. Okay, if A is not a subset of B, we write that's what we write like this: A is not a subset of B. Okay, you know how to write does not belongs to, element does not belongs to. Element does not belongs to means the epsilon symbol and we'll put across, right? So same here also, A is not a subset means put the subset symbol and put across. Okay, if A is a subset of B, we note that for A to be a subset of B, all that we needed is every element of A is in B. Okay, it is possible that every element of B may or may not be in A. If it so happens every element of B is also in A, then we shall also have B is a subset of A. In this case, A and B are same, right? So that we have A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. The two-way implications. A is equal to B. Where this symbol stands for two-way implication, and usually we will read it as if and only if. IFF. It follows from the above definition, we are going to see two important points. Okay, that every set is a subset of itself. Every set is a subset of itself. Very important point. Okay, this, since null, the empty set has no elements, therefore the null set is a subset of every set. So these 2 points are very, very important. One is every set is a subset of itself and the null set is a subset of every set. So whatever set you're taking, null set is the first subset. Okay, let's see a few examples. Okay, if A is the set of all divisors of 56 and B the set of all prime divisors of 56. Now we have to say which one is a subset of which. Okay. So first, what are all the elements of set A? Set of all divisors of 56. So what are all the divisors of 56? 1, 2, what about 3, No. 4, yes. Then 5, it's not possible. 6, no. 7, 8, then 14, 28, 56. Now the elements of B set. The set of all prime divisors of 56. Prime divisor is 2 and 7. Now tell me which is the subset of which one? So according to our elements, B is the subset of A. Correct? So B is the subset of A. Because only two elements are there. Though that two elements are there in the set A. Therefore, B is the subset of A. Now, we'll see one more example. Let A is equal to 135. B is equal to X such that X is an odd natural number less than 6. Okay, now we have to say which one is the subset of which one. Okay, so A is already, it's mentioned in the question, 135. Now we have to write the elements for B. The two odd natural numbers less than 6 is 1. Natural number starting from 1. Odd natural number 1, 3, 5 less than 6. So 135. Now see, both the sets are having equal number of elements, that too the same elements, right? So A is a subset of B as well as B is a subset of A. So it implies A is equal to B. Both the sets are equal. Let A and B two sets. Okay. If A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B, then we call A is a subset, a proper subset of B, and B is the superset of A. Mean A is a subset of B and A should not be equal to B. I mean the second set. Then we will say the first set is the proper subset of the second set and B is the superset of A. Let's consider an example. Let's take A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B. Therefore, A is the proper subset of B. Suppose if a set is having only one element. Okay, only one element. I told you we are not the empty set itself, we are not supposed to write like this. Why? Because it represents another set called singleton set. Have you recall that one? So that set only we are going to see. If a set is having a single, I mean only one element, a single element, we will call that set as a singleton set. Singleton set. If the element, I mean if a set is having one and only element or one element, a single element, is called a singleton set. Okay. That's why I told you we are not supposed to write like this for empty set. It represents the singleton set. Now we are going to see the subsets of set of real numbers. There are many important subset of real numbers. We give below the names of some of these subsets. Okay. See n, I mean natural numbers, the set of all natural numbers represented by n starts from 1 and goes on. Set of all integers, q represents the rational numbers. This t is the representation, I mean notation for irrational number. T is equal to x such that x belongs to real numbers and x does not belongs to rational numbers. Okay. Now let's see the subsets. So natural number n is the subset of integers, right? So now I told you natural number starts from 1, it goes on. So all the numbers are there in integers, right? Now this integer is the subset of rational numbers. So it automatically shows that natural number is also a subset of rational numbers. The rational number is a subset of real numbers. So all these three representations are a subset of a real numbers. Okay. And one more subset is there, t. I mean the irrational number is the subset of real numbers. Okay. Natural number is not a subset of irrational number. Okay. These are the important subsets of real numbers. Okay. See this problem. Let A is equal to AEIOU and B is equal to ABCD. Two questions are given. Is A a subset of B Is B a subset of A? So we have to say whether A is a subset of B or not. Okay. So what is a subset definition? If I have to say A is a subset of B, every element of A should be there in set B, right? So see, A is having 5 elements, A, E, I, O, U. A is there, only A is there. So what about the remaining elements E to U? It's not there. Therefore, A is not a subset. Now we'll move on to the second question. Is B a subset of A? B a subset of A. Again the same definition, right? All the elements of B should be there in A. Again only A is there. B, C, D is not there in B. Therefore, B is also not a subset of A. Okay. Now we are going to see a very important problem. So in this type of problem only we will get confused whether it's an element of or a subset of. So keenly listen. Let A is equal to 1 to, say this 3, 4. It's inside the bracket 5. So these all together one set. Okay. Now we have to say which of the following sets, the statements are incorrect and why. The statement, the reason also we have to give. Why it's incorrect. Okay. See the first subdivision. 3, 4 is a subset of A. I told you, this type of problem only you will get confused. The confusion started. See, 3, 4 is a subset of A. But 3, 4, see how it's represented in the set. It's inside the bracket. Okay. So, how we will consider the whole, this 3, 4 is an element of this set, not a subset. It's an element of this set, like 1, 2 and 5. Okay, it's an element. Together it's an element for us. Okay, but here it's given 3, 4 is a subset of A. If it is a subset, it will be represented by two flower brackets. 2 flower brackets will be there. So it's not a subset. No. So this is incorrect statement. Now the next one. See, 3, 4 belongs to, element of A. Correct. 3, 4 is an element of A. I told you. This together we'll consider it as an element. So 3, 4 belongs to an element. It's a correct statement. Now we come to the third statement. 2 brackets are given. 3, 4 is a subset of A. Yes, it's a subset of A. Because in set A, it's an element. When you are writing in a subset, 2 brackets should be there. I told you. See, here 2 brackets are there. Therefore, it's a subset. Now we will move to the fourth one. Null set is a subset of set A. So I told you 2 important points. One is every set is a subset of itself and null set is a subset of every set. So null set is a subset of A. So this statement is also correct. Okay, only this statement is wrong. Why? This is an element. It's not a subset of A. If it is a subset, they will give one more bracket. Okay. So try to know the difference between the element of and a subset. It's very important one. If the question is like this, don't get confused with the element and the subset. Then we'll see a few more subdivisions in the same problem. Okay. See the fifth subdivision. 1 belongs to the set A. Yes, correct. 1 belongs to set A. 1 is an element of A. So this is correct. Now see the sixth subdivision. 1 is a subset of A. What is a subset representation? First of all, we will write the element inside the bracket and we will say whether it's a subset or not. But the bracket is not given. The representation for set bracket is not given. If it is an element, they will not give the bracket. But if it's a subset, we have to, it's mandatory, but the bracket is not there. Therefore, it's not a subset. This is the correct statement. This is incorrect statement. Now, see the seventh question. 1, subset of A. So, it's correct. It's given inside the brackets. If it's an element, the bracket will not be there. 1, 2 and 5 is a subset of A. Correct. So, it's a correct statement. Now, we'll move to the 8th point. Null set belongs to the set. I told you, null set is a subset of every set. It's not an element. Therefore, the statement is incorrect. Incorrect statement. Clear? So, please see, you can ask, ma'am, in the first question, the first subdivision, 3, 4 is given in the bracket. How you are saying it's an element? See, in the set itself, the element is represented like that. 3. Inside, this is a set. Inside the set, the element is given like that. 3, 4 inside the bracket. That's why we are considering this together as an element. Okay, so if this question is given in the subdivision and they are asking it's an element or not, yes, it's an element. Okay, if they are asking to write it as a subset, then 2 brackets will come. Okay, don't get confused. It's a very important question. I hope you understood the question. If any doubt regarding this type of question, kindly write it in the comment box or through a mail ID you can ask.